It's time to learn, repair, and maintain everything coffee. Instructional videos brought to you by WholeLatteLove.com.
Hi, I'm Todd Salzman with Whole Latte Love. If you have a Gaggia Unica and for some reason the grinder's going, but it's not sucking the beans in and therefore not brewing any coffee, this video is for you. We're going to tell you how to get inside the machine and clean and calibrate the grinder. So we'll start. Here's your Gaggia Unica. First thing you have to do, make sure she's unplugged.
Safety first.
Oh yeah. Take the lid off here. And there's the tools you'll need, Torx T10 here, and a Phillips head screwdriver and some wire cutters. Okay, so we'll take these out. Most of the screws are the same, so you don't have to be too worried about mixing them up. And I'll suck these beans out of here. Have the industrial strength vacuum cleaner.
Short work of those.
Yep. And we'll take out the center screw here. Now there's only a few silver ones, and they're the long ones. They're only used in a couple different spots. Okay. Then we'll pull the knob off, move the water reservoir. You'll have two T10s inside here. We'll pull out. Magnetized tool is nice if you have it.
They are nice. It's even more nice when we get inside there, right?
Oh yeah.
Don't drop screws.
Okay, so now we have these screws out. To remove the top, you have to get your fingers kind of underneath the lid there, and you pop it up. So do one side, and then the other.
Sounds like you're breaking something, but you're not.
It's built for that. We're fine.
Okay.
And then the top kind of pivots up, it comes off.
Okay.
That's the side. Now look it in here. Now this is not bad, okay? This wasn't clogged, but we have one next to us that's clogged, as you can see over here. Okay? See all this coffee here? Let's clog this chute up. So what we need to do is vacuum all this out, and we vacuum out the grinder out here also. This one's for, just to show you, we'll actually do the work on this other one over here.
Okay.
Since the machine's all together, that one's in pieces. Next thing we do, remove this screw here. That's a T10.
Another silver one?
Yeah, another silver one. And pull a couple wires off here. We'll do this one. They just pull out. And then this one here. That also just pulls out.
And those may be wire tied like they are right here.
Exactly.
So you just snip that.
Just snip that.
Okay.
Correct. Okay, and then we want to take two more screws off the front here. Right, so we're loosening the top up so we can split the case open a little bit in the back there, make it a little bit easier.
Get some access to some other screws.
To some more stuff.
All right.
Okay, to pull this apart, kind of grab it like this, put your thumbs together, and just pull it open.
And that's as far as you got to
Yep.
go.
And at the end, we got to make sure that there's two slots that this plug socket fits into, little grooves. Just make sure it's in there in the end. Okay, when you put it back together. Okay, and pull these wires. These wires, they might be separated, so the blue one's actually coming from this side over here, and this one's coming from this side. Okay, then they get wire tied like that.
Okay.
So I like to take these out of those little holders.
Those little black guys down there.
Yep,
Okay.
take them
Come right out.
and just push them back out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Your adjusting knob, take that off. And then we have to remove some more T10 screws. A short silver one here.
Okay.
Then we have one here, here, and one down over here.
Okay.
We take those out. One.
And that's why we split the case just a little bit to get at those guys.
It gets you a better angle to get at them.
And you want to be really careful not to drop these down there.
Correct. If you do, you have to split the case open a little bit more and tip it back, and you should be able to get them out.
And the way to do that is to tip it backwards. So
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. And we'll loosen this one up. So now that's loose. Now we got to get the top off of this. Is a plastic cover here, a rubber cover, and this is held in. See, that's kind of
A little ball on the end there.
So you pull this up, don't want to get my hand way too much here. Reach underneath, and then just
Pull that through.
pull that right through.
And off comes
Okay.
that rubber cover.
Yeah. So as long as you're holding on it here, you can be pretty rough pulling it up.
Okay.
They can take it. Now we can pull the. Now you may find there's a lot of coffee in here, so there's nothing that's going to vacuum up, and there's like little screws going to pull out. So you can vacuum cleaner and you can suck this all out. You can clean this out
Okay.
while you're in here. We'll pull the grinder out. Now inside here is a spring. Okay.
And where does that go? Show me right there.
Right on that fitting there.
Okay.
Okay. So this could have coffee in it also. Pull that out and vacuum all that out if there's coffee in there.
But that one's nice and clean.
Yeah, this is nice and clean. Now in here we have this piece on top of the grinder. We'll take this off and set it off to the side.
Okay.
Now we have a sensor here. We can pull that out. Don't pull on the wires, just kind of,
Finger behind.
well, you
it.
can get on the wires a little bit and just pull that out.
Okay.
Just be careful. Then we have 2 wires here. If you look real close, you'll see a little clip on there, okay? You got to push down on that to release the wire. And you can do it with your fingernail there. Pulls it out. And the white one goes on top. Careful not to tip that upside down and pour coffee all over.
Yeah.
Okay? And same with that one.
And black on the bottom.
Correct. Okay? Now we got this out. To remove this top burr, you have to push down. That's where your adjusting knob would go. Push down on that and then turn this about that far, and it'll lift out. You can see these tabs here. You see those?
Yep.
Line up with those grooves there.
So you're just turning it to get those so that they'll
Correct.
come out.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it lifts up.
Okay.
Now I'm going to vacuum this out. I'm going quick. I don't, but you know,
Yeah.
when you're doing it at home, just make sure you get all this all cleaned out. Okay.
Yep.
And if you stick the vacuum cleaner here, there's a metal door here that can get sucked back in this way. Just kind of take it. Just give a little push like that.
Push it, pops right back.
Pops right back in. Then you want to vacuum all this out. Get this nice and clean. Don't bother to pull this off of here. It could break. So just leave this on and vacuum all that out. Now things to look out for. This rubber piece here, this may have stayed inside here. Okay? Like that. I would recommend just pulling off just to make sure and put it back on here so you know it's there.
So when you put it back together, it's all going to be there.
Correct. Okay, when you're happy, you've cleaned it out real good and ready to put back together.
Line up
This
the...
white line goes this direction, that way you know where these tabs go. It only goes together one way, so you don't have to worry too much about it. Oop. Goes in, then push down on this and turn the collar here until that white line starts going to that grooves. Okay, see how that lines up? Right there.
And that's kind of the calibration.
That's
then.
calibrated.
That's where you want it to be when you set it back in.
Correct. Okay, so you're all happy, everything went well. What you do, we'll put her back together. We'll put our sensor on. It only goes one way, so you
The
can't.
little guy.
Yep. And you put your black wire on the bottom, white wire on the top, and then we set the grinder in. Kind of push down into place. See it's riding on the spring there, so we're pretty happy. That's good.
So it should be bouncing around in there a little
Exactly.
bit like it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
bouncing is good.
Okay.
Okay. Now we'll find our rubber top and put that back on. There she is, hidden back there. And to put this on, make sure you push this rubber piece all the way forward. This could be a little tricky because you've got to line it up with that hole. So hopefully you get it the first time. If not, don't worry, you'll get it.
You got to make sure your wires are all out of the way. And
Yep,
what have you
all
there.
wires are good.
It's a matter of finding that.
There she
There
is.
it is.
Yep. And then fit the rest of this down so it goes into place. So you're all snug down there real good. Then take this and pull on it
That
till
little
it
ball
yep,
comes up through.
pops through.
Okay.
Now we'll put her all back together. I'll start with my short silver T10 screw. Put that right in the center here. Okay, now also kind of look over here, I'm sorry. Let's make sure these wires here are coming through here like this. Okay. Very good. And then we'll...
And now we're in that spot where you want to be careful you don't drop those screws in
Yeah.
the case.
While we're thinking, put this piece right back in here.
Okay. And
See
that
which side is facing up?
That ridge is
Ridge
up.
is facing up.
Okay.
Ridge up.
Ridge up.
Base is out. No, ridge up. Okay. You see there?
Yep.
Tighten that down.
And you're not going super tight with those or anything.
Exactly.
Just snug.
Just snug. On this side here. Put that down. Okay. Flip around again. And the blue wire comes up to this side.
It goes through that little like
Yep.
wire holder
Yeah, that's a good name for it. Thingy.
thingy.
Okay, and so you've got your, this one goes in here. It can only go one way. You see that little, what do you call it?
Little ridge.
The ridge, thank you. That goes in like that, ridge forward. And this one, this tab here, fits right into that tab. That locks right in there. Okay. And let's see, where are we next? Well, let's put the case back together. So now you got to make sure this is in your grooves here. Sorry about my hand in the way, but I've got to get in there to get this.
So just kind of getting it at the right position,
Yep.
rocking around, and it'll slide into
That
spot
slides in there.
properly.
Yep. Okay. And then you just kind of push it together, snaps in place. Take your silver T10 one, that goes here.
Couple up front too.
Yeah. Yeah, we got two up front. And we got two in the reservoir side. This is really what's nice about them all being the same screw.
Yeah.
I do not mix them up. It's so easy. Okay. Okay, put our seam knot back on. Let's see. Okay,
And that only goes on one way.
correct. Now, tops. If you had this is an older style top with a small hole there. They've changed it. We have a newer style. If you don't have one of these, we can get you one of these. And it has a larger hole there. So to put the top on, these 3 spots here lock in right here. So you start by putting those in.
At the front.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Lock. Oh, forgot one thing. Got to have your adjuster now.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I like to put that so it's facing 90 degrees this way. Okay?
Okay.
Based on the calibration that we did down in there.
Sure.
So that's good. Then we put the top on. And then with this, just talk them down into place.
Snapped on.
Yep. Put your Phillips head long silver one in there. And you have some room. Just take these T10s now and just put them in here. Just snug them in to fill those holes in. beans in it, and
That's it.
that's how you do it. So not too hard. So that's how you clean and calibrate the grinder on a Gaggia Unica. Thanks for watching.
Hey, why not subscribe now for easy free access to more videos on everything coffee, brought to you by WholeLatteLove.com.